This is Faraday Fabric. This is military grade Faraday Fabric. It's conductive Faraday cage blanket shielding. It shields from radio waves, Wi-Fi, 5G, GPS, Bluetooth, RFID, and it also has a Wi-Fi jammer. Now, it's not going to work like that without being layered, but as you can see, it's pretty long, it's pretty thick. You can fold it up. This fabric just so happens to be about 44 inches by 36 inches long. That's how much you get in a $20 pack on Amazon. But you can fold it up, and when I've got this piece already folded, I cut it and then I folded it. So you can cut these. And then once you layer it, you've got quite a thick layer of the copper Faraday fabric here. And then how I use it is I then wrap it around my head. And you can just wrap it like this. You can then, layer it. I have a couple of packs, so I can also layer a couple packs if I wanted to. Another thing you can do for the top of your head is just like some good old aluminum foil, really, and then it's actually quite comfortable, and you can sleep on it. You can, it actually doesn't look bad. You can, if it's layered like this and you just wrap it around your temple and the base of your neck back here, you can use Faraday fabric underneath a hoodie if you go out. So one thing you can use to layer on, this is ear oil. So I don't know if you can see that in the light, but ear oil has a capacity to break down bacteria and soothe your ear canal. But another thing that it can do is the consistency of it will help block out noise if you put it in your ear, and also soothes and moisturizes and lubricates the ear canal and some of your sinus down there too. What I do is I take a dropper and I put it as far down my ear as I can get it. You're only supposed to use about that much because there's 5 drops. So measure out 5 drops depending on which ear oil you get and how much it's going to be in your dropper. And then put it in your ear and plug it up with an earplug. Before you do, you might want to turn it this way to let the air come out, and you'll notice when the air goes back out over the oil, it'll also release some sound that's trapped, and that's when you'll start to realize that this sound isn't going in through your ear. It's going in through it's doing bone conduction, but it's also being trapped in air bubbles in your sinus. So once that air bubble leaves, after you tilt your head back, immediately tilt it the other way, push the earplug in, and just kind of twist your finger around until you get it nice and tight. Another oil that I use is peppermint oil. I think this is most important oil. Don't put it in your ear. It will burn you so bad. Just smell it. I use it for aromatherapy. The reason is because it'll also help your sinus. It'll help open up airways you didn't even know were closed. It'll just wake them right up. It smells so good. I could do a whole video on the importance of peppermint and mint and menthol, but I will really just right now just say, get this, if nothing else. Speaking of aromatherapy, I've got this. This is for stress relief. I got this one from Bath and Body Works. It's with eucalyptus and spearmint, and and the smell of aromatherapy is the most important thing when you have no senses left. Your sense of smell will help you remember things, and the smell will really just wake you up if it's refreshing as eucalyptus and spearmint. Spearmint, mint, peppermint, menthol, all of that are really great for opening up your sinus, and then the eucalyptus, and it just offers stress relief. So I recommend whatever you like. It doesn't have to be this one, but any type of smelly thing. I have some pomegranate hand sanitizer that I use. So I use that, and when I just smell it, it takes me back to a time when I was feeling better. And so that makes me realize, well, what I'm feeling right now isn't real either, because what I'm remembering feeling when I smelled this felt more real, and it was just a memory. And so this is obviously not me, and you could just focus on how you felt when you were smelling that before, when you felt better. This is a neck pillow. This is a must-have. I also got this on Amazon. This cost $23 when I bought it. It has a button right here. The reason this neck pillow is important to me is because it vibrates and it makes a sound too when it vibrates. It goes bzz, 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 or it goes bzz, whatever setting you like. You can turn this on right here and it will make it so it's tight and doesn't go anywhere. You can walk around with it if you're at home, or if you want to have it when you go everywhere you go, you can. It's your choice. I only use it at night, sometimes when I go to bed, or sometimes if I'm having to be, well, my neck is really sore and I'm having to lift my head a lot. So take good care of your neck. Make sure the vertebrae are rubbing when they don't have to be, and make sure that your neck isn't strained too much. And if it's really heavy to carry, get a neck pillow. Even if you don't have a vibrating one, I think the vibrating ones are great because the noise, you can zone out on the noise of it, and the vibration in your head gives you a little ASMR. So get a neck pillow, just if anything, just to support your neck, because a lot of this is going on in your throat and your vagus, and you want to make sure you stimulate those as well as help stretch and relax them. Another way to stretch your neck is this. This is just that, a neck stretcher. And I got this one also on Amazon, and I purchased it for I think about $20. It wasn't that expensive, maybe even less. And I use it about once a week. When I first got it, I was using it every day, sometimes multiple times a day, just to get rid of the tense muscles in my neck and shoulder, especially this one. I ended up actually probably tearing something here at one point, and this really helped me with that. I use it in combination with this. This is a back stretcher. So if you just lay on this, and you can adjust it however arched you want your spine to be, and I would recommend this one and this one be used together once a week at least, if not more. You can use it every day if you feel comfortable with that. And then just, this has magnets on it. Okay, the magnets on this one, along either side of your spine. This blue strip goes down your spine, and then this, and if you're using it in combination with this, you might as well go take it one step further and use them both in combination while you're relaxing right before bed or after a bath, and you're relaxing. You should listen to some binaural beats or some yoga meditation music, and just enjoy being nice and stressed out and relaxed for a little bit, and it will feel so good. This is a pulse oximeter. It only costs $7. Use this to check your blood oxygen level, and all you do is open it up, put it on here, check to see what level is best for you and your body. It only takes a little bit. You don't have to poke anything. Once it's done, you can then check to make sure that you're actually getting enough oxygen in your blood at the time. And this is really important to me because I had COVID and I wanted to make sure that I was getting enough oxygen at that time. And speaking of ASMR, this is a scalp scratcher. You stick it on your head. This one got a little bit messed up a little bit, but you go like that with it, and oh, it feels good. And then when you use this one, I just recommend that, like I said, you take care of it. I didn't take care of mine too well, and it got a little messed up, so it messed up my hair. But my husband has short hair, and he can still use it really well. He loves it, and he's fine. So, and then your scalp, I mean, you're just going to get all kinds of like weird things going on your scalp. And maybe it's going to be itchy, feel like you've got scratched or stabbed. And for the most part, things are going on in your scalp because it's connected directly to your skull. So I recommend that you get one of these. This is really cheap. This is like less than $10, and you could probably find one for even cheaper than that. And it feels really good. You get these tingly sensations when it's going on, and just want to just use it and just scratch here. And it doesn't scratch into your skin because it's got these nice little plastic or rubber tips that help protect you from hurting yourself. And so another thing that happens to be compromised in your body is your heartbeat. Your heart makes a sound that goes and resonates through your body and your skull. You can hear your heartbeat sometimes if you're just laying down. So it's also something that after a while things are really quiet. That sound of your own heartbeat may be hijacked. So one thing I got to counter that is a stethoscope so that I can listen. And of course, you'll have to take your ear plugs out when you do this, but listen to your own heartbeat for a while and just get a baseline going back again. Actually, it's this way of how your heart is beating. And then if say it's beating for 60 beats per minute, you don't have to put this on the whole time, although I find it very soothing to listen to my own heartbeat for a long time. Go ahead and listen to a metronome. You can do Google metronome at 60 beats per minute if your heart beats at 60 beats per minute, or 65 if it's 65, wherever you are, and then 80 beats per minute, whatever you are, and then maybe move it up or down to change the beat. You can zone out on that while you're reading, listening to music, writing, and it's in beat with your own heart. This is a back scratcher. It's metal. It just happens to feel so good as well when you want to get nice and scratched. And I use this one sparingly because I don't actually get an itchy back that often, but when I do, it feels really good to get nice and scratched up. These are magnets. I have one 300-pound magnet and several like 90-pound magnets, 95-pound magnets. These magnets came in a pack, all of the little ones, and this one came alone. And all of them together, I think I spent probably about 20 bucks for fishing magnets. These are high-powered magnets, and they lock onto things that are going around in the air that you might not know about. And you can play with it yourself to see for yourself if you have something going on. Notice this magnetic field goes like this. When you put them together, or they connect, right? So when it's at the point where it feels like there's a blob of goo in the middle of the magnet, try going like this around to see if you can catch on to something and floss with it. You will notice at that point if something is there. Now turn it back around to shoot it away from you. This one, the really big one, I often like to just leave it on top of my head like this and listen, let it just kind of, sit there and balance. This is a TENS, so I use this because it gives me my own electromagnetic energy, or just like an electric shock, and it is something that nothing else can touch when this is directly on my body. And it comes with its own pads. And I also purchased some of this. This is gel that you can use on the pads to go with your TENS, and this is what the pads look like. But you can also purchase extra pads, like if you use some extra bigger pads from like my back, and these are just the regular pads that you would use to go onto the attachments for your TENS. I use the burst mode, but you just play around with it and find the setting and the intensity that feels good for you. There are lots of different types of attachments that you can use. Some people are in need of some more intimate attachments and to clear some things off their body, and go on Amazon. You can even purchase them there and just have them shipped to your house.